Hi, I'm Brent. I'm here with Jenny and Jackson, and we're talking about Art Talk. Art Talk is a strategy where students analyze a visual image that relates to their content. There's so many great things about this strategy. It's really flexible. Because it's analyzing an image, you can use it anywhere with any image in math and social studies and reading. The flexibility of it is what excites me the most. What do you like most about it?
One of the things that I love the most about Art Talk is that it invites a multiplicity of perspectives into the room. And then students also have to listen to one another's different perspectives about whatever image is up. So you build kind of a community of practice, and also you learn about the image from others that are in the space.
It's why it's so important as the teacher when you're doing Art Talk to hold interpretations loosely, right? That you're not necessarily going to agree to one particular interpretation of what is in an image. And so sometimes I know if like you're talking about an image where there's a boat, that the teacher might say, so this thing that I'm hearing you call an oar, rather than the oar in the boat. And so that it leaves room for students to continue to interpret and reinterpret and really build that muscle of looking deeply at an image.
Because it might be, there is still right and wrong, but you want to wait until you get all the evidence and all the information before you come to that analysis, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you practice that process of describing an image. I see a curved line, I see the color brown, I see these two characters are looking at each other. And before you get to, it's a boat in water with an oar and two men, you know?
Yes, and when participants are doing that, it also really helps them hone in on observation skills. And those skills can help them in all subject areas, and they're real world skills, right? They help them everywhere.
It's such a piece of critical thinking, right? To look deeply at an image and see all of its parts.
Yeah, finding the image is really important for me, because I wanted it to have a little more mystery than maybe two men, a boat, and an oar, but something that could be interpreted multiple ways. You weren't sure, you saw something that looked like pollution. You weren't sure if the figure in the picture was the one who caused it or not. To things that the interpretation of it started to lay the groundwork for all the things that we were about to study about humans' interaction with the environment, or whatever the topic was. So picking that picture that's got enough complexity to it was super important. And you know what, I found that finding pictures in my texts, in my illustrations, were often just the right picture.
That's right.
Yeah, an image that's compelling, intriguing, engaging. Yeah.
And it might be something that's already on your bookshelf.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
right,
yeah.
right,
You
right.
can dive into museum collections and what an exciting practice that is, but that's not the only place that images live by any means. Yeah. I think it's interesting too to think about the experience for the students when you project an image versus getting to hold it in your hands. And sometimes we've had that experience where the color is different when it's projected, or things are a little bit obscured in the projection. And then also maybe for some students, there's something stronger in the learning for them to get to hold it in their hands and pass it around. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's about noticing those details. And you can't really see them unless you have that image really up close and it's personal. Yeah.
And I like to have both for my students, to the students who need that up close, but also the magnification for the students who need that. I encourage my students to get up and go to the projected image, and so they're not having to look at the image from 20 feet away, so that they can really, one of the exciting things was to frame it so that you're literally only looking at a part of the image to really dig deep. And for our little ones, I think something that technical really forces them to hone in on something. It's an exciting strategy that with the right image and giving kids time to really unpack it and draw on that evidence makes it a really fun strategy. Evidence, evidence, image, image. All right, thank you all.